gentle tone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Naelah Alshorbaji, and welcome to one of the most anticipated pre-pageant events, the Cultural Attire Competition. Actually, one of my favorites, hence me getting a little bit excited with this. This competition is a celebration of our rich heritage and a toast to the creative genius of our fashion designers. And of course, don't forget to share your comments and show your support for your favorite delegate. Hashtag Miss Philippines Earth 2022, hashtag Me Loves Fauna. So let me introduce you to tonight's judges who will decide which cultural costume will stand out. So our first judge is an award-winning costume and fashion designer based in the Philippines. He teaches costume history and design at the Art and Culture Cluster of the School of Design and Art College of St. Benilde de La Salle University. He is also an officer and founding member of the Philippine Association of Theater Designers and Technicians, otherwise known as PATDAT, and the Philippine affiliate of Organisation Internationale de Scenographes, Techniciens et Architectes de Theatre. My apologies if it's pronounced wrong. He was the head costume designer of the opening ceremonies of the 30th Southeast Asian Games held at the Philippine Arena last December 2019. Let us give it up for Mr. Eric Pineda. Our next judge is the feature editor of People Asia and People Asia Enclaves magazine. He is also a contributing editor of philstar.com prior to joining People Asia. He worked for some of the country's leading broadsheets for close to 30 years, and he was the resident fashion critic for one of them. Let us all welcome Mr. Alex Vergara. Our next judge is a business analyst of Connext, the one-stop insurance hub that pioneered in promoting sustainable insurance practiced by the use of eco-policy. Bring up from Mr. Charles Andrew Dinglas. And to complete our panel of judges, she graduated from University Santo Tomas, who is a registered nutrition and dietitian. She has been covering local and international pageants for 9 years. The chief correspondent for Fab Philippines, give it up for Miss Joy Argil. Thank you, judges. I won't keep you waiting anymore. I'm really excited for this. So here are the delegates of the Miss Philippines Earth 2022 in the Cultural Attire Competition. Let us begin.
Angono Rizal, Desiree Kent Gonzalez. This Filipiniana is made of our very own banig dyed into a blue-green color to deliver a fresh and very modern take of the colors of male and female Philippine fairy bluebird. From the corset to the kimono, it is made by recycled rich coconut products and fully hand-beaded feather-shaped, made by our fellow Filipino artisan. It aims to deliver our modern take of our Filipino craftsmanship and shift it into garments to reflect the way society views its people. Antipolo City, says Cruz. Inspired by the traditional Maria Clara dress, this costume is reimagined by Lani Liwaghote Couture to interpret the national flower of the Philippines, the sampaguita. It is rich with symbolism, adorned with sampaguita flowers and intertwining stem designs, while the trail consists of fans to further showcase the hot and humid weather of the Philippines. It signifies the purity of a sheltered native woman who values not only the material things that were abundantly bestowed upon her, but also holds her honor in high esteem. Balagtas, Bulacan. Trisha Van Eldick. Her national costume is made by the famous designer Bulacan, Sir Marvin Garcia, that weighs kilos. It is inspired by the culture of Bulacan with a combination of her fauna, the Philippine eagle. Bulacan is noted as a land of beautiful women, known also for excellent craftsmanship in making jewelries and great garments that is seen in her costume. The jewels are detailed embroidery from bottom to top, and at the bottom you can see the beautiful different colors of feathers and the headdress with rhinestones. Her costume signifies elegance, equality, and hope. Bawang La Union, Val Paulite. This costume is made to present the life of Bawagueños today. The artificial grape leaves that are embedded in the suit represent the healthy and lively farms in their municipality, while the fishnet conveys the hard work of fishermen in the coastal areas of Bawang, most especially in Bacawan Eco Park. Calatagan, Batangas, Hana Shinil A. Arellano, Sinilayang Sinag. The gown represents abundant marine life in her hometown, waves for the continuity of life despite all adversities, and sustainable actions for environmental protection. Pearls for cultural and historical wealth that can be discovered through time. The balisong fan that signifies the bravery of Calatagueños to face constant changes, and 25 rays of sun representing the 25 amazing barangays and the bayanihan of its people. Ibaan, Batangas, Rene Colin Santa Teresa. This attire symbolizes the culture of Ibaeños who are known to be very religious. The pink ensemble draped with pink roses is associated with new life and happiness, which reflects the history of Ibaan. During 1832, the town chapel made of cogon and talahib burned, which pushed the people to rebuild the chapel to a new location, signifying new life and rebirth. Legazpi City, Erica Vina Talavera Tan. Oriol is a demigoddess in Bicolano myths. She is mentioned as a serpent in the Ibalong epic. Believed to be the daughter of the deity Aswang, Oriol possesses inhuman beauty and prowess when it comes to seduction. Aside from being beautiful in stories, it is told that she has a beautiful voice that could lure anyone, both men and women, and even animals. Half of her body is a serpent, and it is believed that the Naga and the Magindara obey her every command, for she is a demigoddess. Nauhan Oriental Mindoro, Cristel David. Nauhan comprises mostly of flatlands, which are basically farms for crops, primarily rice, corn, and coconut. And this culture wear is inspired by a bountiful harvest that is made of lala vanille. Sampaloc, Quezon, Richelle. Richelle is the reigning Binibining Bulian festival of her hometown, and that is why she is paying homage by becoming the Bulian Queen for her cultural attire video. She is wearing a Filipiniana gown made of buli, which is the main handicraft of her hometown, Sampaloc, Quezon. She featured the colorful Mayana Garden in one of our main tourist spots, D Farm. Santa Ignacia Tarlac, Jenny Ramp. Pteropodidae, goddess of kingdom Animalia. It is a species of a bat family and an endemic to the Philippines, which is only found in a single defined geographic location. It is the inspiration of this fauna costume for Jenny Ramp Miss Earth Philippines 2022, representing the province of Santa Ignacia Tarlac by Kapampangan renowned designer Santino Rivera. This elegant mermaid silhouette gown, fitted through the chest, torso, and to the knee, is intricately made with American tulle, embellished with pearls, cut glass, and Swarovski crystals. The gown dramatically flares out to the knees with white fur, mimicking the bat's body. San Vicente, Palawan, Christine Glory Balboa. The Tandikan, also known as the Palawan Peacock Pheasant, is an emblem of the beauty and resilience of the Palaweños. Known for its admirable aesthetics, it is sadly one of the many endangered endemic species in Palawan due to animal poaching. With its motif that symbolizes the royal culture of the province, the Tandikan is a daily reminder that however beautiful our species are, the three P's must be implemented at all cost: to promote, preserve, and protect. Silang Cavite, Dani Canilang. This modern Filipiniana is inspired by the colors of coffee and the Philippine palm civet, which collect coffee fruits in Philippine agroforest and produce the Kopi Luwak, or the famous Alamid coffee, which is not only touted to be the most expensive coffee in the world, but is also a worthy product of the environment. The materials used were vintage straw fabric with metallic gold lining, as well as the long metallic checkered trail. The replica of the coffee tree on the shoulders and the native basket with authentic coffee beans were added to complete this amazing national costume, designed and executed by Cavite fashion designer Omar Khalil Beher. Jose Martirez City, Angel Santos. Angel chose to wear a simple Filipiniana to represent the people of Trece Martirez City's simple life and her advocacy, sustainable living. Its pink color represents love, kindness, and women empowerment. She has worn this Filipiniana by AMD Collections Fashion Boutique quite a few times, and this is part of her call to action to stop patronizing fast fashion. Las Piñas City, Bea Cecilio. As a sea lover, her cultural costume is inspired by how beautiful and rich our marine life is here in the Philippines. Together with her spirit animal, the butanding, which is the largest fish in the world, yet being considered as gentle giants, Bea wants to raise awareness about marine conservation, as well as better relationships between marine life and people. She believes that if every Filipino knows how to protect marine life, the latter will protect, will provide for us, and will give us better lives. Makati City, Trina Martinez. The design of a traditional barot saya is as intricate as the wings of a butterfly. The designer of the ensemble, Frankie De Leon, wanted to incorporate her fauna into the attire. The Aropala aronia is a gossamer-winged butterfly that is endemic to the Philippines. Mandaluyong City, Jennifer de Aces. La Inmaculada Concepcion de Mandaluyong. This piece originated from the Immaculate Conception. Her soul was preserved free from original sin by divine grace. The entire figure of the gown embodies the features of Mary. The cuts and the curves are inspired from the suit of a Holy Lady, Mary. It is full of color because it portrays that we are free from sins, meaning we are holy and we can do whatever we want to be. Mary is painted at the back. It signifies the sacredness of the sinless beauty of a lady. Miss Mandaluyong represents the beauty of La Inmaculada Concepcion de Mandaluyong, the beauty outside and from within. City of Manila, Justine Ortega. City of Manila's cultural wear represents the most common form of transportation in the Philippines, the jeepney. Currently, jeepneys in the Philippines are dominantly powered by gas, but her big dream is that one day they will all be upgraded to e-jeepneys and be recharged via stations powered by renewable energy, making it cleaner, safer, and greener for Filipinos. Muntinlupa City, Naelah Legarda. Naelah wears a golden Filipiniana ensemble from rice sacks weaved by the National Bilibid prison inmates. It depicts one of the city's old parish called Ina ng Awa that was established to serve as the dwelling place for the residents of the NBP reservation to fulfill their spiritual needs. The scale and sword, which are together called Justicia, are associated with impartiality and power, and the Lady Justice situated in the midst of the Jamboree Lake. Municipality of Pateros, Jasmine Calma. This blue butterfly gown by Marvin Garcia symbolizes metamorphosis. From being a shy and timid girl, she became an empowered woman, ready to be a voice for the voiceless. She's also proud to wear a piece of clothing that came from her birthplace, Bulacan, as it meant that she was also able to honor her paternal side of the family. Quezon City, Maria Lourdes de Leon. The costume was inspired by different elements of Quezon City and her chosen fauna, the Eurasian tree sparrow. It depicts the detailed sparrow's wings and collar. The main concept of the costume is the City of Stars, Quezon City. The details were made from gold stars and the lines that describe the road. There's also a circle in the lower part that illustrates the Quezon Memorial Circle. It is also inspired by a hero costume that describes Quezon City as the center of the entertainment industry. It represents the beauty, power, progress, and love of Filipino people to Mother Earth and the entertainment industry. Filipino community in Dubai, UAE. The red color is derived from the flag of the candidates' home cities, Dubai, UAE, and Batangas, Philippines. The Emirati jalabiya and headpiece shanaf are mainly worn during significant events and milestones in an Emirati woman's life. This jalabiya is embroidered using tambour beading techniques patterned on the candidate's chosen fauna, the hawksbill turtle. As eco-friendly as she is, this piece is made out of dead stock fabrics from the local market. Filipino community in Toronto, Canada, Jasmine Pagyo. Collaborating with the talented Filipino fashion designer Ranel Espaldon, they wanted to ensure that the national costume represented both Canada and the Philippines. The headdress and bodysuit of the costume are covered in beautiful pearls to represent the Pearl of the Orient, the Philippines. Meanwhile, the colors red and white are to represent her Canadian background and upbringing to imitate the Canadian flag, while also using white maple leaves as the foundation to create the wings of this piece. She is so proud to share her cultural costume as it is a fusion of both her Filipino and Canadian heritage. Cadiz City, Jaira Alia Olvinada, the Maral warrior, integrated with the festival of Cadiz City, the Dinagsa Festival. Maral cat, which is a vulnerable endemic species in Negros, some of it still thriving in parts of Cadiz City, especially in sugarcane fields, plantations, and forests, where there is abundance of their food, incorporated with the Ati warrior of the Dinagsa Festival, which is a traditional and colorful Ati-Atihan celebration of Cadiznones, both of which are significant to Cadiz City. The catsuit embodies the Visayan leopard cat and its instincts in its habitat, then transitioning into a joyous Ati warrior, intricately and creatively made for Cadiz. Cebu City, Kiara Lian Wellington. In Kiara's cultural attire, she incorporated her fauna, which is molmol, also known as parrotfish, and the celebration of sinulog, a graceful dance that represents the sulog or current. Sagay City, Jaris Barcelas. She is Reina Tariktik, a bird goddess with a crucial role as a seed disperser for rainforest regeneration. She epitomizes bravery and independence. The color scheme of gold, black, orange, and white symbolizes her distinct qualities as being serene, majestic, and resilient, much like how Sagaynons have been throughout history. The pearls and crystals being embellished serve as another example of Sagay City's artistic talent. Truly, Reina Tariktik is not only a deity for birds, but also an exemplar for Sagaynons. Alabel Sarangani, Meryl Kit Paraluman. This cultural masterpiece, designed by J. Kabatingan and accessorized with carefully crafted beads, is made of ginto fabric and handwoven by members of the Blaan tribe, who are recognized throughout the region as the most accomplished embroiderers. The boat, called the Ginakit, represents the dedication of our Muslim brethren to traditional fishing, that despite the emergence of commercial fishing, they remain to employ traditional way of catching fish so as not to deplete the marine population of Sarangani Bay. Bayugan City, Nice Lampad. Elated and dignified to unravel the patterns and colors, the beadworks and the steps that comprise their cultural identity as Manobo, among other tribes like Higaonon, Talaandig, and Banwaon, in which cultures and traditions are united as one prosperous Agusan del Sur in the Naliyagan Festival celebration. Therefore, she is loud and proud to introduce their collective identity as Agsornon to the rest of the world through the intricacy and meaning of this Manobo attire. Del Carmen, Surigao del Norte. Angela Ocol. Inspired by Del Carmen's mangrove forest, this national costume showcases the natural beauty of her municipality. As a symbol of her fauna, the Philippine duck, they used faux feathers for her headpiece. The water-inspired body piece was made from old PVC table toppers and book wrappers, no longer being used, as a symbol of her advocacy, sustainable fashion. They will now be reusing the same plastic to make accessories, maximizing its use through creative means. Dipolog City. Rashay Santos. Dipolog City pays homage to Christianity, the dominant religion in the city, and its bountiful marine life, as it is known as the sardines capital of the Philippines. This ensemble is adorned by sigay seashells, which traditionally symbolizes femininity and fertility. All of these elements were fused together in Larry Ebisate's masterpiece named Recuerdo. Hasaan, Misamis Oriental. Jemama tempra. Philippine selfin lizard, or locally known as ibid, is synonymous to Jesus lizard because of its ability to walk on water. Its vulnerability due to decreasing population is not the case in the province of Misamis Oriental, as large numbers thrive in the small town of Hasaan. In Misamis Oriental, as a habitat, maintains its commitment to defend biodiversity by conserving threatened species like the Philippine selfin lizard and promoting a wider understanding of Mother Earth. This handmade masterpiece of Gigi Aisa is embellished with green beads and stones to elaborately create the province support to environmental causes. Kauswagan, Lanao del Norte, Daniel McKay de la Cruz. A Mindanaoan couture designed intricately with langkit, a Muslim fabric and Green Duchess fabric, to pay homage to the Municipality of Kauswagan's award-winning programs, the Arms to Farms, an agricultural revolution, and being the organic municipality in the Philippines. Lambayong Sultan Kudarat, Claudia Lofer Ukatu. This Kalimudan festival attire is inspired by the Blaan tribe of Sultan Kudarat. Both the lower and the upper part were designed with linear patterns, accentuated with Blaan cloth and fringe beads. In this ensemble, we have blended traditional Blaan attire into a modern one through the incorporation of butterfly sleeves. This masterpiece is a symbol of the diverse culture of SK that is worth celebrating. Matanao, Davao del Sur, Shena Angela Rezaba. Cabao. The Philippine Carabao's majestic horn is depicted in the headpiece of this Filipiniana gown made of the Bagobo Tagabawa tribes woven in naval fabric. The garment is embellished with the accessories and the haribon's feathers as the designers nod to the culture and heritage of this Mindanaoan tribe. The use of ukay-ukay retaso as part of the creation is a commitment to cultural and sustainable fashion celebrated, preserved, and defended in the overall concept of the design. Mati City, Liza Moreno. Mati City National Costume takes this concept and neatly integrates it in an avant-garde treatment through drape straps materials. Individually customized to showcase feathers and waves as a cockatoo, the chosen fauna, with a twist of color that represents the nightly beauty of the ocean. The butterfly sleeves, peplum skirt with a cage effect gives life to this masterpiece. The minimalist design of its headpiece says it all. North Cotabato, Alexandra Jean Beharin. A Christian Muslim community exists in Dayak. The Sambulawan weavers are the ones that weave the dress's exquisite fabric, and in order to display modesty and style, it covers the entire body. It is worn in conjunction with a sun headpiece, which represents the vibrant celebrations and culture of the province. Pagadian City, Scotty Mutia Alves. The Kolintang. The Moro culture revolves around the clothes and the music of the Kolintang. The Kolintang Ensemble is a gong chime collection of instruments, important to the musical culture of the Moro people in Mindanao. The decent clothes and jewelry signify royal identity, and it is a royal tradition for Moro to display splendor during celebratory occasions such as festivals, weddings, engagement parties, and baptisms. Polomolok, South Cotabato, Iona Cervinho. Polomolok prides itself with its thousands of hectares of shores of pineapples. Pineapples are a significant product for their municipality as it improves their local economy, but it also generates jobs and income for the residents. Her cultural attire embodies the identity of Polomolok, from its fertile lands that blesses them with pineapple products and the hardworking residents who toil the lands of Polomolok. It is a symbol, identity, and a manifestation of how fortunate Polomolok is from its people and its produce. Tampakan, South Cotabato, Sunshine Paraico. The core of the copper and gold deposits lies in Tampakan, true to its tagline, Mabulawanong Tampakan. The base of the costume is made up of Maguindanao plaid malong as an alternative to tabi called gintlo. The feathers is a portrayal of hundreds of swiftlets, or balinsasayaw nestling at the heart of the municipality. A delineation that the municipality of Tampakan is a vibrant municipality that recognizes nature, culture, and people as its strengths.
And that concludes today's competition. I hope you can join us again tomorrow, Wednesday, July 13 at 8 p.m. with a recap of tonight's competition with our guest pageant journalist. So guys, watch out for that. Weren't our costumes so beautiful? I want to know in the comment section, who do you think is going to win for this competition tonight? I have so many different ones that I really like, but I want to remind everybody here that we are not just about the glitz and glam. The reason the girls are here is to promote for something that we truly stand for, which is what we stand on, Mother Earth. So continue to raise awareness to what really, really matters. So if you haven't liked, followed, or subscribed to our social media accounts, now is the best time to do so. You may follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all at Miss Phil Earth. We would also like to thank the following sponsors: Hotel 101 Manila, the official resident of Miss Phil Earth; Gandang Ricky Reyes Chain of Salons, the official makeup artist and hairstylist of Miss Philippines Earth; Viking Car Rentals, the official bus transportation of Miss Philippines Earth; Bacor; SunSmart Solar Power Technology Incorporated, living off the grid made possible; Kitico Travel and Tours; of course, Miss Earth Foundation; and lastly, Connects, the one-stop insurance hub. This has been Naelah Alshorbaji, your Miss Philippines Earth 2021. Stay safe, everybody, and stay kind to Mother Earth. Woman of the Earth.